Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at my latest pile of loot from BigBadToyStore. We're going to unbox everything. This is huge. Every single one that I've got has been bigger than the last. I think this probably is the biggest one that I've had. There's 50 items, I believe. There's 2 massive boxes, just to show you how much stuff there is. This is the first box. This is the small box. So, yeah, that right there. That's the small box. The other box, in terms of volume, it's a slightly different shape to this, but in terms of volume is literally twice the size and twice the weight of this thing right here. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff right here, and if you want to see reviews of any of it sooner rather than later, go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you want to see. If you actually want any of this yourself, obviously there's a link to BigBadToyStore, as always, in the description below, so you can go ahead and check them out there. So I'm going to go ahead and have a sip of coffee. And then let's go ahead and get these bad boys unboxed. So first up out of the box here we have the Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Dinobot Grimlock. And this I have been wanting ever since I saw the promo images of these Dinobots coming out. They are what really interested me about Power of the Primes, because they look so much like the G1 counterparts. Next up here, I have had a hell of a lot of people asking me for more Dragon Ball Z reviews. I do actually have some stuff to review. I have, I think, a Vegeta, a Trunks, a Cell, a Gohan, Frieza. I have a few things to review. But here we have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is absolutely amazing. And next up we have some Marvel Legends. So we have the Thanos wave of Marvel Legends. You know, a few of these things were pre-orders. Like that Goku was a pre-order of like the reissue of it. The Power of the Prime stuff were pre-orders. This was a pre-order, and that was my phone. So you can tell, you know, just how long some of this stuff has been sitting in my pile of loot, because, you know, these things came out like a couple of months ago. Here we have another couple. So we have Deathlok from the Sasquatch wave. So you can tell they have kind of packed these, you know, however they can to get them into the box. But here we have the Sasquatch wave, which is the you know, the Deadpool wave, as other people may know it. Here we have another one from the Thanos wave. This is Taskmaster, one of my favorite villains from the Marvel Universe. And they've done him fantastically. After we got that kind of more modern Taskmaster, I didn't think that they would be coming out with a more, you know, kind of classic star one. This, it went on sale on BigBadToyStore, but then it also, like the following week, went on sale on Compare Toys. So Hasbro must think that they're not going to shift them very well. But here we have the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. This is the MP10 Optimus Prime. I have MP10. I actually never reviewed it. I think I might have had MP10 before I had Masterpiece Soundwave. Masterpiece Soundwave was a very big review of mine that personally I don't think I did very well, but it is one of the, you know, the videos that's getting, you know, comments and views all the time on my channel. I'll go ahead and review this guy. I will make a separate video on MP10 at some point. I'll definitely be comparing him in this, so if you do want to see the regular version still, you will see it on my channel, and I do have it. But anyway, enough blabbering on from me. Let's carry on with the last thing from this box, which is an Optimus Prime that is actually in the same scale, and this looks so amazing. So we have the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime. This is the, you know, the bigger version that's got Orion packs inside, and then, you know, it's combines with the trailer and everything, and turns into this amazing Prime. If you cannot get a Masterpiece Prime, this is the next best thing. And honestly, it looks amazing. It honestly looks so good. Cannot wait for this. Again, this guy and Rodimus, which is in here somewhere. Spoiler alert, is obviously in the next box. You know, this guy, Rodimus, and the Dinobots, they are what really attracted me into Power of the Primes. So that's one box down. Let's go ahead and get into the big one. A few things fell, but we're all good. So first up we have Songbird right here. This is what, the Thanos wave. There we go. Awesome. Let's go ahead and set that down. The next one, oh, we have X-23 from the Sasquatch wave. And here we have Iron Man. Can't remember what mark armor this is, but anyway, it's the, you know, Avengers Infinity War armor of Iron Man from the Thanos wave. And next up here we have the Power of the Primes Jazz Deluxe. tops. Okay, so next up we have the Takara version of the Deluxe Rodimus. This packaging looks absolutely awesome. I almost don't want to open this thing. I actually have the Takara version of the... what was it? Was it Titan's Return? It must have been Titan's Return Rodimus. So I've got the normal and Takara versions of that, and then I've got the Battle in Space 2-pack with Cyclonus version of this, which I fell in love with. I think I may have picked up the regular version of it too. And then now I have the Takara version, which has got shiny chrome and the clear dark blue windows and everything. And oh, it looks good. I really, really do love this mold. Yes, it may be outdated and stuff now, but honestly, it looks fantastic. The first Black Series figure in here, we have Jaina Solo, which looks really, really cool. Yeah, definitely dig the look of that. And a lightsaber looks fantastic right there. So, Jaina Solo, that is awesome. Next up, we have Power of the Prime's Snarl. Again, one of the Dinobots, looks amazing. So happy that they come with their swords and stuff too. We have a few more Marvel Legends figures here. So we have Captain America. So happy that we finally have a slight mold change. And then we have one of the Serpent Society figures right there. And we also have Proxima Midnight. Again, from the Thanos wave. Looking really, really awesome. Now here we have Dreadwind. This thing looks really fantastic. I love the kind of 80s in-your-face colours of this and Blackwing. They look fantastic. Were you getting bored of Power of the Primes and Marvel Legends? Well, that's too bad, because here we have Sludge, and also we have, is this Moonracer? Yeah, Moonracer. Here we go. Here's the big guy himself. This is the sort of classic, sort of like first look of Deadpool. Fantastic. I actually do like the fact that there's no Build-A-Figure piece in here, because I feel a lot of people would want to buy this thing, and, you know, especially, you know, a lot of parents buying it for their kids and stuff, and then they don't have a bunch of Build-A-Figure pieces lying around. A lot of the other characters that are a lot more, you know, kind of unique, and they maybe might not know of, can be obviously there for all the collectors. Next up here we have Swoop. A lot of people would have liked this guy to have the red chest, and that's actually very interesting. On the back he does have a red chest on the promo shots and on the picture as well. But I'm actually really happy that he is kind of different. Here we have the Supreme Leader Snoke, which the figure looks really cool with it. He's all glammed up with his gown there. And then next up here we have Paladin, something that I believe uses the blade body. And then we have basically a you know, a reuse of a bunch of different parts. And I think I see some newly molded parts in here, especially the head and the arm pieces right there. A character that I actually don't know about, and that's one thing I love about Marvel Legends, introducing me to new characters. That body would actually look fantastic as a Punisher, so yeah, I might actually make a Punisher custom for that. Who knows? Next up here we have Ripper Snapper. This thing is fantastic. My favourite animals are sharks, so very happy to have a shark transformer. Next up here we have Slug. Awesome. I love his little facial expression in there, looking very claustrophobic in his Triceratops hood. Yeah, fantastic. And next up here we have Domino. So I'm not too sure on the purple guns, but the character itself, fantastic. But what I do have some older stuff to compare to is Cable right here. Most recently we had one like a year ago or a year and a half or something like that. But I also had the Toy Biz one as well, which is actually closer to this version right here. I've got that in box. I don't know if I'm going to open it or not, but I can at least show it next to this guy. This guy comes with a ton of firepower. Those massive shoulder pads, a massive 90s look right there. Amazing. And some more Dragon Ball Z SH figure arts. Here we have Son Goku, as in like actual Son Goku, like the Kid Goku. So happy to have one of these. It's actually more weighty than I felt that it would have been. That cloud must actually have some decent weight to it. I did actually have a pile of loot come before this one that I didn't unbox, and I actually haven't reviewed anything from it either, so I could still technically go ahead and do an unboxing, even though it's not in the box anymore, but I could show everything from that order. But one of the things on that order was the Royal Guards, and now I have a second one right here, so I can display them either side of the Emperor. And here we have the grey version of Deadpool. I love the fact that the guns kind of look like airsoft guns with the way that they're painted. And then also he does come with a Sasquatch piece. Oh yeah, so here we have the Phison Athena. I believe it's Athena. Yeah, we have Athena right here. Wow, I was not expecting that. So we actually have what looks to be the figure and then maybe the base and accessories and stuff actually packed separately. But anyway, there is Athena right there. That's not the only thing. We have the Majestic Crusader right here. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out here. Thankfully, they do have the artwork on the outside. So here we have the Majestic Crusader there. You can see has the awesome silver sort of undersuit there. Epic cape and everything. The helmet's fantastic. A very sort of Templarish kind of look. Cannot wait to go ahead and get these two out of the box. But so I've reviewed, I think, 3. I've reviewed Robin Hood, the Spartan Warrior, and also the Valkyrie. I have read Sonya, the Demon Huntress, and the Aryan Huntress still to review. So I have altogether 5 of these figures to review for you. So if you're into Phison, or if you like the look of these, there is plenty to come. I can see the bottom of the box, but there is actually some more stuff. And finally, I'm surprised we haven't had any of it yet, but finally we get into the DC stuff, which was right at the bottom. But first, here we have Rodimus from Power of the Primes. You knew it was coming, not going to spend too much time looking at that guy. And before we do get to those DC things, there's still one more Transformers thing here. So here we have the Platinum Edition Insecticons, which the reason that I kept on deciding about this is because they came out in, I think it was Titan's Return or something like that, or maybe came out before that in Generations and then redid them for Titan's Return and this, that and the other. But they're just small, like they're fantastic and they should be smaller. But I just feel like these are a much more impactful thing, and those things are based on the G1 versions and G1 toys anyway, and they're a very simple transformation. Well, these are a simple transformation because it's the G1 stuff. So I thought instead of getting stuff that's meant to look like G1 but smaller and still kind of expensive for what they are, the smaller class figures, why not just go ahead and pick this thing up, which is a really good price, and they're just amazing figures. So onto some DC stuff here. We have the DC Bombshells Hawkgirl. We have DC Bombshells Batgirl. We have the Icons Supergirl. Looks absolutely terrifying without the heat vision actually plugged into it. Looks like she's had her eyes torn out right there. And that Bombshells figure is Poison Ivy. I've already got Harley. The only one I don't have from the first wave is Wonder Woman. So I still need to review Harley, but I've already reviewed the Batwoman. Finally, the last 3 things. So we have Yamcha. You can't have a TM without a Yamcha, so that you should have really expected that one. Here we have finally some more hacks. Now, I've got basically all of the first series of hacks that I've still got to review. Felenius, I don't know how to say his name. It's a wandering mage anyway, so there's some guy with a very high mana right there. And then over here we have the Knight of Asperity Chaos Agent. Basically, it's just you can have a dude or you can have it with a skull. I'm definitely having it with the skull. That thing looks amazing. If you're into Marvel Legends and Dragon Ball Z and Transformers and DC and all this stuff, make sure you like this video. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see first. Go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for all this stuff, and I will see you next time.